Auburn School Committee to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Start down here on my right for introductions.
Dan Poisson, Ward 5.
Corin McGuigan, Ward 1.
Pam Hart, Ward 2.
Pam Albert, at large.
Connie Brown, Superintendent.
Pat Gaudier, Ward 3.
Adam Platts, City Council Representative, and Asher Platts.
Connor Dufour, Student Representative.
Jillian Dumais, Student Representative.
Mark Conrad, Business Manager.
Sue Doris, Assistant Superintendent.
And Quinn Gormley could not be here tonight. So I'm going to start with tonight's consent agenda, which includes the approval of tonight's agenda, the approval of the minutes of the April 24th, 2024 meeting. Do I have a motion? Corin, do I have a second? Second. Adam? All those in favor? Motion passes. Move on to public participation. Do I have anyone here tonight who would like to address the school committee? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to our presentation, the technical programs at Edward Little High School. Mr. Matt West, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Matt West. I'm the Assistant Director for Lewiston Regional Technical Center, and I'm located at the Edward Little High School. I put together a short presentation for you this evening to give you an update of what we have going on currently and what we're going to be doing moving forward with our programming at Edward Little. 6 years ago, 7 years ago, there were conversations about CTE programs coming over to the new Edward Little High School, and it has come to fruition. I will say that from a personal perspective, you have an outstanding school with some incredible state-of-the-art CTE programs right here in your community, and I'm very proud to be there and be part of that, the growing aspect of this school. These programs are offering more seats to students, not only within Edward Little and Auburn, but throughout the other districts that Lewiston Regional Technical Center that we have come to our schools. We have 10 programs that are scheduled to be opened within Edward Little High School over the next 3 to 5 years. There's no other school in the state of Maine that has a similar format of what this is. So this is really kind of groundbreaking in a lot of instances. It takes a lot of collaboration and community involvement and investment. And that's very evident from where I sit. I come from the outside. I come from a different state. I'm very familiar with CTE. And you have an outstanding situation going on here. So kudos to you all for that. Specifically, I'd like to thank Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown's vision and involvement and welcoming of us into the new school has been outstanding, as well as Mr. Anier, who I think is here somewhere, Scott Anier, the principal, and his administrative team and faculty and staff. So when I came on board, I heard about the Lewiston Auburn, kind of thing, but I don't see it. It's such a warm, welcoming environment, and we're just so glad to be there. And this guy over to my right, a couple over, Mr. Conrad, as he said, I'm on his short list for emails. So we've been very fortunate to have someone like Mark to work with around obtaining equipment for our CTE programs. He's been phenomenal for us. I'd also like to send a shout out to the Auburn Fire Department. The Deputy Chief Matt Fifield has been instrumental in helping us obtain a fire truck for our new fire fighting program that will be starting for next year, as well as Chief Chase. So it really is a community involvement, situation. So very excited about it. We're very fortunate tonight because our LRTC Student of the Year is an Edward Little Auburn student. And to present to Gracie this evening, we have Mr. Parker and then Mr. Boyden.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for recognizing our Student of the Year. Gracie Raymond. I teach automotive along with my partner, Rodney Boynton, over at LRTC. Before I read my prepared statement, I'd just like to say that on a personal note that it's a pleasure to have Gracie in class just when you think that all hope is lost and you're going day by day. You get a student like Gracie that picks you up and carries you to the next school year. So very proud of her. Can't say enough about her. So Gracie personifies the very best in CT and distinguishes herself in all aspects of the automotive program. Gracie sets herself apart as a student of exceptional commitment and quality. She shows up on time every day, eager to learn and work. Her professional approach is key to her success. Her exceptional sense of purpose makes her a class leader, sought out by her peers and trusted by her instructors. She has earned the outstanding GPA and regularly assigned the most complex live work. She is a team leader who was assigned the first-year students who benefit from her professionalism and guidance. Gracie was selected for a service writer intern position at Evergreen Subaru. She serves as a panelist at LRTC's NATEF accreditation review as a school ambassador of student tours. Gracie was promoted to a manager of Pat's Pizza. She volunteers regularly at a local cattle farm. Just to back up on that accreditation, that's a 300 to 400 hour investment in time to get our program federally recognized. So we get a lot of Perkins money for that, but she helped tremendously in representing our program when the team came in to evaluate our curriculum and so on. Her LRT teachers Her LRTC teachers comment that Gracie is a gold standard. She has an eager mind, outstanding character, and tireless work ethic. She will be a leader in the automotive field and community. And I thought at this time I'd let her tell you what kind of certification she has earned in the program.
Hi, I'm Graciana, and throughout the past 2 years of this automotive program, I've been able to receive different things such as my ASC refrigerant and recovery certifications, ASC student certifications in brakes, medium and heavy truck brakes, maintenance and light repair, electrical systems, heavy truck electrical systems, engine performance and heating and air conditioning, SP2 safety certification, and most recently I was able to earn my Maine state inspection license. And beyond like all like the physical qualifications, whatever that the LRTC has set me up for my career, the support and the motivation that they give me, they make it so I'm very confident in my career as a in the work field and automotive field, and they just definitely a lot of help. And being able to get student of the year, I like to very much so thank them for being able to get me through there and get to that spot. And yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Yeah, and we also have a $1,000 scholarship for Graciana to go towards tools in your class.
And I'd just also like to recognize that Gracie's mom, Miss Raymond, is here today along with her sister to support her. Thank you very much.
Could we get some photos?
And them? Yep. Pictures.
So we've started the year with 4 programs, one of which is the Emergency Medical Technology Program. And this program, students are eligible to get 7 SMCC credits for college credits. We have an ambulance that was donated by a local organization, and they're eligible to sit for their EMT certification, of which we have somebody right down here to our right. Jillian is in our EMT program, she also was in our CNA program last year, Jillian Dumais. Our cosmetology program, which is the 5th cosmetology program in the state of Maine. They're working towards their 1,500 hours for certification. They will, in a 2-year program, they will reach 650 hours, which will go towards their 2-year post-secondary degree in cosmetology. Next fall, they will be able to take clients because they'll have 200 hours of work-related experience. And if you are ever in the area, stop by and see what they're doing, any of the programs, because it's pretty impressive. Our early childhood program has come over from Lewiston, and the exciting part about this is that we had little kids, like little bigger than the little gentleman person over there, and they would be playing in the halls in the high school because we didn't really have the facility to be able to do it. And now with the new program that we have a playground that's in the process of being finished off. It takes time for these things, and that will be done by the end of the spring. And students are also dual enrolled into SMCC. Our culinary arts / hospitality program, we have a program over in Lewiston. This program gives us the opportunity to give students other experiences within the food service and hospitality field that they are not able to get over in the Lewiston campus. Specifically what's called line cooking and order fire pickup, a la carte cooking. We have a great facility over in Lewiston that's built specifically for catering. This one is built for faster service, so it's really a nice, diverse education that the students will get within that field. In hospitality, the picture there of our students on field trips, and they're learning how to take front of the house restaurant service as well as culinary principles. They'll graduate with a Serve Safe certification, as well as a certification in the American Hotel and Lodging Association. This is pretty exciting. So if you're not familiar with Skills USA, it is very much an integral part of the career technical education world. And we have a number of students, and a few of them sitting in this room with us this evening, in wedding cake competition, sitting down there to the far right. How did this work out like this, that we ended up with LRTC like all over the place in here today? So the 7 students that are here, Anna, who's behind me, is in hospitality, Anna Lowell. She actually is a state officer, which is a very big deal. And there's another state officer, Megan, who's from Edward Little as well. We have 3 state officers in the Edward Little High School right now for Skills USA, which is really an achievement in itself. And congratulations to Anna and the other students for that. And she also won a bronze medal in job interviews, so, great achievements. And our cosmetology student is the only one that's gonna, from the state of Maine, to ever go to the nationals for cosmetology in the state of Maine. We're very excited for that. Looking at programming for the future, so this fall, we do have our firefighting program that has started, and Mark's very aware of what we have coming down the line with fire trucks and crash doors and other pieces of equipment, and another huge order coming down the line. So CTE costs a lot of money, but we also have some of the best programming not only in the state, but within the New England area, without a doubt. Our criminal justice program is going to be moving over from the Lewiston campus for next year. It's going to provide a much bigger facility for them to be able to do what they need to do from a criminal justice and law enforcement standpoint. Very excited for that. And moving beyond next fall, we have auto body / composites, exploring health, and exploring trades. Now, the exploring programs that we're going to be opening are going to be for 9th and 10th grade students. We're looking at different ways of hybriding our programming and the schedule of when students come and when they go. That's a very big advantage that we have, to be able to work with our schedules and work with Edward Little LRTC in our sending districts. But this gives us the opportunity to give students at a much younger age the opportunity to be in front of career and technical education. And these two trades, these two areas of health and trades are some of the most underrepresented and needed within the state and within the country. So we're very excited to have these coming down the line as well. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Questions from the school committee?
I don't necessarily have a question, but I just want to commend all of you. Gracie getting up there, of course, I'm getting teary-eyed because as a mom, I mean, that's pretty impressive what you've done. And all of you, you know, giving this opportunity to kids that sometimes, you know, the traditional route wasn't the route for them, but it didn't mean that they weren't going to excel in something else. You can't judge a fish by the way they climb a tree. And I just think it's amazing, and I'm really proud to be able to represent you guys, and I think you've all done a great job, so thank you. And thank you for the treats. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you, Ms. Harden. We look forward to the opportunity to check in, you know, a couple times a year, because it is important that everybody knows what's going on and get excited for it. I know Principal Anir sees it every day and is excited about it, so it'd be great to have you all there.
I had a friend ask me today if she could get her hair cut, and I said I didn't think so, but now I can tell her next fall. Thank you.
Thank you for that great presentation. It's very exciting to see all the new programs that are going to be moving to EL and all of the opportunities for our students. So I think it's really exciting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matt.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time. Thanks to everybody. Congratulations, Gracie.
Okay, moving on to our school committee student representatives report tonight.
So yesterday, the boys lacrosse went up to Coney, and they were able to beat them 11-4. And today, the boys baseball team 10-run ruled Skowhegan. And I also would like to say a great thanks to the Green Ladle for our top 10 luncheon. It was very delicious. And the desserts were really good, too.
And I'd also like to announce that Jillian was 9th in her class.
You beat me to it, Connor. Yes, very huge congratulations. Okay, moving on to superintendent's report.
Thank you very much. I have only one item under my report. The letter is in your packet. One of our staff members, Mr. Chris Piercy, has received the Healthy Androscoggin Will Bartlett Award, and the award is given to a member or organization in the community who has demonstrated selfless dedication, leadership, and compassion in promoting the ideals of healthy Androscoggin and improving the lives of children in our community. So we're very proud of Chris. He is the Director of School Nutrition here in the Auburn School Department, and he will be recognized on May 13th, 4 to 5 in the Auburn Public Library, if you'd like to stop by. So congratulations to Chris.
I do not have a school committee chairperson's report tonight, so moving on to city council update.
Nothing from the city council. City council hasn't met since our school committee meeting last week.
Okay.
So we
Thank
meet
you.
next Monday.
Okay, thank you. We do have some minutes linked on our agenda tonight for the policy committee, subcommittee. And we also have the agenda linked for today's curriculum subcommittee meeting, which just occurred prior to tonight's meeting. Any comments or notes from either of those? Okay. No old business tonight, so moving on to new business. I'll entertain a motion to approve policy AUB EEA, Student Transportation Services, for a first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Pam, do I have a second? Pat? Any questions or discussion?
I'm wondering, with the issues that we've had in the past with transportation with buses, I know we're doing well now, but increasing the grades like 7 to 12 up to 1 mile, it was 1.5 before. So is that going to add to our bus runs? Is that going to add more to, you know, that weight?
We propose that change in consultation with Dave Montana, Transportation Director. The real issue is your 7 through 12 students travel on the same bus. So we're already essentially meeting that standard, so we felt it just made sense in that particular instance to use the same distance for students riding on the same buses.
Yeah, I totally support it. My daughters, we're 1.4 something away from the high school, but our house is the bus stop for the middle school. So I have to drive my daughter to school. So, it's kind
So
of
in response to your question, no, it shouldn't make any real difference in our operational needs or costs.
Any other questions?
My question was along the same lines.
Okay.
And I am in support of the first reading.
Okay. And I will just make a note that all of these policies and their notes about the discussion in the policies subcommittee are in the minutes that are linked to our agenda, in case anyone is wondering. Okay, so we'll vote on motion to approve policy AUB EEA for a first reading. All those in favor? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to approve policy AUB EEA EA, Student Transportation Employee Requirements, Training, and Responsibilities for a first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Pam, do I have a second?
Second.
Pat? Any discussion, questions on this one? Okay, seeing none, I will take a vote. All those in favor to approve policy AUB EEA EA for first reading. Motion carries. Motion to approve policy AUB EEA EAA, drug and alcohol testing of school bus drivers for a first reading. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Pat, Adam, any questions or discussion on this one? What's that? Okay. Okay, so seeing no questions, all those in favor of approving policy AUB EEA EAA for first reading? Motion carries. Moving on, motion to approve policy AUB EEA EAA-R, drug and alcohol testing of school bus drivers, administrative procedure for a first reading. Do I have a motion? Corin, second?
Second.
Dan, any discussion or questions on this one?
This is where I had the question. Is this where we're shrinking down to, what was it? In the pool, we're changing the days on that, or who's included? Yeah, we've expanded that beyond what the regulation is, I believe, from what I saw.
You're talking about the testing pool? It's my understanding this reflects the regulations. This whole area is strictly regulated by the federal government, not even the state, but the federal level.
Okay. Any other discussion or questions? Okay, all those in favor of approving policy AUB EEA EAA-R for a first reading? Motion carries. Entertain a motion to approve policy AUB EEA EF, video cameras on transportation vehicles for a first reading. Do I have a motion? Corin, do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions, discussion, comments on this one? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor of approving policy AUB EEA EF for a first reading? Motion carries. Entertain a motion to approve policy AUB EEA EF-R, video cameras on transportation vehicles procedures for a first reading. Do I have a motion? No, this is F, and we're on F.
So moved.
Yeah, there's the first policy, and then this is -R.
The procedures.
Yeah, it's the procedures policy. I'm sorry, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Adam, and do I have a second? Corin? Any questions, discussion? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor to approve policy AUB EEA EF-R for a first reading? Motion carries. Okay, we have our list of our upcoming meetings and subcommittee meetings listed on the agenda. Our next regular school committee meeting is May 15th at 6 p.m. Do I have any future agenda items or requests for information? Okay, seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Pat, do I have a second? Pam, all those in favor? We are adjourned at 6:25. Thank you, everyone.